Hi friends, this is Sarvajin here. Welcome to my networking channel. Hope all are doing good. And today let us understand the redistribution between RIP and EIGRP. So RIP uses opcount or EIGRP uses bandwidth and delay rate for finding the best path. So here this is an architecture where I connected R1, R2 and R3. And R1 I am going to configure the RIP as a routing protocol. And R3 I am going to configure EIGRP as a routing protocol. So R2 is a border router which performs the redistribution between RIP and EIGRP, right? So let us go to the individual router and let us configure the routing protocols. I already defined the interfaces. Show IP interface brief is the command to check. 1.1 and I have defined one loopback address. So this is the thing I have defined in R1. So let us now advertise the network. Router RIP, right? So I'm going to redistribute between RIP and EIGRP. RIP network 192.168.1.0 followed by no auto summary. Similarly, let us go to R3. So R3 I'm going to configure the EIGRP. So let us go to R3 configuration mode. So before that let us check the directly connected interfaces. Show IP interface brief. So I defined 2.2, that is the directly connected interfaces, and I also defined one loopback address. So now let us go into configuration mode. Router EIGRP 100. Network is 192.168.2.0. 0.0.2. Where is the wildcard mask? We'll define an auto summary, no auto summary. It will not automatically summarize the network, right? So that's the reason defining no auto summary for EIGRP and RIP. So now let us configure the border router. So border router, I have to configure both the RIP and the EIGRP routing protocol. So let us go to the configuration mode, router, RIP. It is RIP, and let us define the directly connected networks. It is 1.0 and 2.0, right? So network 192.168.1.0. Another one is 2.0. No auto summary. Similarly, let us configure for EIGRP 100. So router EIGRP 100. Network is 192.168.1.0. 0.0.0.55. Similarly, 2.0, right? These are the two networks we are defining. After that, we'll perform the redistribution. So let us do a no auto summary. So you're done. Both the routing protocol you configured. So now neighbor adjacencies are coming up, right? On both EIGRP, even here also EIGRP is coming up, and this routing protocol RIP is also up. So now let us redistribute. Perform the redistribution. First, let us redistribute EIGRP into RIP, right? So go to RIP. So redistribute EIGRP 100. Then we have to define the metric. So it will come from 0 to 16. So we'll define the metric as 3. So that's all. So then let us go to the configuration mode. Let us go to router EIGRP 100. So that is nothing but I'm going to redistribute RIP. So first we have defined the RIP, and I have redistributed the EIGRP into RIP. Now I'm going to redistribute RIP into EIGRP, right? That is the reason defining. So now router EIGRP 100 redistribute RIP. So first we have to understand the routing protocol. So this has to understand the metric what we call as seed metric. So while redistributing RIP loads into EIGRP, we have to define all the bandwidth and delay other parameters. So that is a metric we call it as a seed metric. So redistribute RIP, then we have to define the metric, right? So go to metric, we'll define the bandwidth. Then comes the delay. So delay defined as 100. Then comes the reliability. So 255 is 100% reliable. 255. Then comes load. So load is nothing but the activity of the interface. So then we'll define the MT 1500. So this is the way we have to advertise. So now let us check the individual routing table. Go to R1 and let us check the routing table. Show IP route. So it is having both the route 192.168.1.0 and 2.0. Similarly, let us go to R3 and check. Show IP route. So both the routes it is there, right? So we can, if you want, we can check from the directly connected interfaces. So ping 192.168.1.1, 1.2 I am able to reach, 2.1 and 2.2. So now one more thing I want to show you. Let us advertise the loopback address. So here I define the loopback address 1.1.1 and 3.3.3. So this loopback address I am going to advertise in this network, RIP network, and also I am going to advertise in the EIGRP network statement. So let us advertise first. Go to the configuration mode. So router RIP and the network is 1.1.0. Similar way, let us go to R3. Go to the configuration mode. So router EIGRP 100, network is 3.3.0, right? So I defined it. Now let us check the routing entries. So let us go to R1. So EIGRP should appear as DEX. Let us check it out. So let us go to R1. Let us check the routes. Show IP route. Yeah, so this is the RIP route. It is showing 3.0.0. This is a RIP external route. 120 is a hop count and 3 is a hop count. That is a 120 is an administrative distance, RIP administrative distance, and this is a hop count you have set it there metric, right? And similarly for EIGRP, RIP will appear as a DEX. There's an external route for EIGRP. So let us go to EIGRP and let us check the routing table. Show IP route. So now it is showing us DEX, and since it is external to for EIGRP, RIP is an external route, right? So that's the reason it's showing DEX, and it is the external route as an administrative distance 170. So now let us ping from R1 to R3. So ping 3.3.3. I'm able to reach, and also let us ping from R3 to R1 loopback. Ping 1.1. So this is the way we have to perform the redistribution between the RIP and EIGRP. So I hope you enjoy this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more videos. Thanks and have a wonderful day.